The Davis County Mustangs play here on the Atomo Radio Sports Network. Be sure to catch live online streaming of every Davis County baseball game right here on atomoradio.com. Previous games can be viewed on demand at atomoradiosports.com. Now, let's head down to the field for Mustang baseball. Here's Ellis Kojo.
Davis County Baseball is live on the air. Welcome to Bloomfield, the home of the Davis County Mustangs, where tonight Davis County will look to get back on the winning track and break their three-game losing streak as they welcome in the Cardinal Comets from Eldon. Great to have you with us on the Atomo Radio Sports Network. Ellis Kojo, along with our producer Corey Finch. I almost called you Corey Haim, the 80s child actor, which is completely incorrect. Regardless, this is the Nutrient Ag Solutions pregame show called Bob Loss and his team today, where results in your field are their first concern. Davis County, their rally fell short against Pekin last night as they fell by the final score of 7-5. That was their third straight loss. They'll look to get back on the winning track versus Cardinal. And we'll talk about Davis County and their game versus Pekin and what they need to do to get back on track. As we take our first break, you're listening to the Nutrient Ag Solutions pregame show, and we'll be back from Bloomfield on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Take summer by storm on a new Polaris. Right now, the world's best-selling off-road lineup is priced to move. Get more done with a hardworking Ranger. Chase adventure on a legendary Sportsman. Or live wide open in a high-performance RZR. Rebates up to $2,000 are available now during the Polaris Summer Sales Event.
Slayton Polaris. Stop in and see Tim or Dean today for a great deal on a new Polaris.
Hi, this is Chris Ledke, owner of Pulaski Lumber. I would like to personally invite you to see our updated inventory. We have a nice selection of tools, plumbing, flooring, tile, accessories, and as always, we can order in anything you might need. Josh is also available to offer you professional 3D drawings to design your new home, deck, or addition. We don't charge huge architect fees, but are confident you will be happy with our work. We look forward to meeting you at Pulaski Lumber, your start-to-finish lumberyard.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
And welcome back to Bloomfield at the Davis County Fairgrounds, where the Mustangs are getting set to take on the Cardinal Comets in a non-conference matchup. You're listening to the Nutrient Ag Solutions pregame show called Bob Loss and his team today, where results in your field are their first concern. Davis County, as I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, on a three-game losing streak. Their last win was in a doubleheader versus EBF. They won Game 1 by the final score of 8-6 in comeback fashion. But after leading 4-0 in Game 2 of the doubleheader, EBF came back and scored 7 unanswered runs to win 7-4. Since then, Davis County lost to Keokuk in Keokuk by the final score of 5-4. And Pekin jumped on Davis County early, and they held off a late Mustang rally to down the Mustangs 7-5 last night. Missed opportunities really was the theme of Davis County's loss to the Panthers of Pekin last night. They left the bases loaded in the 6th and the 7th innings. Some base running errors played a part in Davis County's loss, and when it was all said and told, the Mustangs stranded 11 runners in scoring position. It was a rough outing for Kay Tharp, who started the game, and he allowed 4 runs over his 1+ innings of work. But both Caden Hill and Noah Smolik were able to right the ship a bit and allow Davis County to come back. But as I said, the Mustangs rally fell just a bit short. They welcome in a Cardinal team who they weren't able to see last year because of a rain delay, and now they'll play a Comet team that comes in with a record of 12-6. Their head coach is Rick Scott, and they're looking to go further in the postseason than what they did last year, which they lost in heartbreaking fashion. We'll get into that as the game goes along. But in the meantime, let's take another break, and when we come back, we'll take a focus or a microscope to the Cardinal Comets. They come in with a 12-6 record. How's their season gone so far? We'll get into all that coming up next on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
The busy farming season is here, and Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go for all your seed and fertilizer needs. They're focused on one thing and one thing only, providing their customers with the best products and services to grow the best crops possible. Farmers, call them today for liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed. They also offer crop protection chemicals and custom application. See why other area farmers are turning to Bob Lawson and the staff at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Hi, this is Kendall with Citizens Mutual. It's a busy time of the year, so we want you to save as much time as possible. Whether you need internet, TV, or phone service, we can handle all of them for you. We also have a great selection of TVs ranging from 32 to 65 inch, as well as appliances. Stop in today, and remember, Citizens Mutual is owned and operated by its customers. So when you walk in the door, we don't just treat you like a customer, we treat you like you're the boss, because you are. We're looking forward to seeing you at Citizens Mutual, just off the square in Bloomfield.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back to Bloomfield, the home of the Davis County Mustangs. And your Mustangs are getting set to take on the Cardinal Comets in a non-conference matchup here on the Atomo Radio Sports Network. You're listening to the Nutrient Ag Solutions pregame show. Call Bob Lawson and his team today where results in your field are their first concern. The Comets of Cardinal to check in with a 12-6 record. Their head coach is Rick Scott, and really, it is a balanced team. They have a .274 team batting average, and they can really pitch it as well. They have an ERA coming into tonight's game of 2.40, and that's quite phenomenal for a high school team. Cardinals led by Cody Aschenbrenner. He has a .404 batting average coming into today's game, and he has a team-high 2 home runs. Actually, he's tied for the team-high with 2 home runs. 17 RBI, has 3 triples as well, and he leads in slugging with a slugging percentage of .681, coupled with his on-base percentage, which is .472. That puts his OPS well above the 1,000 mark. And once you get above the 1,000 mark, you're entering rarefied air. Actually, using my math, it's over 1,100, so that's even better for Colby Aschenbrenner. It will be a freshman that will take the mound for Cardinal. It will be Landon Becker. He comes in with a 3-0 record. Over 19 2/3 innings pitched. He has a 1.78 ERA. He struck out 31, walked just 7 in those 19 2/3 innings. And opponents are batting just 133 against him. So a stiff test for the Davis County batters coming up in mere moments. Up next, we'll bring you to Pulaski Lumber starting lineups between Davis County and Cardinal as we are moving closer to the first pitch from here at the fairgrounds on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Whether you are a player, cheerleader, or coach, your friends at Petrita Orthodontics are cheering for you. We are proud of the students in our area and are happy to support them in their school activities. We want to see you smile on and off the field. If you or your child are in need of orthodontic care, call us for a free no-obligation appointment. We have many different options available to help your child's bite and smile. Call us today at Petrita Orthodontics in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. We look forward to making you smile.
Hi, I'm Karsten. And I'm Callie. And we are the Neebs Girls. We would like to personally invite you to our parents' new store on the south side of the square in Bloomfield. Stop in and have them make you a custom shirt, hat, banner, sign, or even your school mascot. They stay open late on Thursdays until 7. We hope to see you soon. Neebs Graphics, making you stand out.
Neebs Graphics on the south side of the Bloomfield Square. You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
And welcome back to Bloomfield. You see the head coaches, the respective head coaches, Todd White of Davis County and Rick Scott of Cardinal exchanging lineup cards and going over the ground rules of the field here at the Davis County Fairgrounds. You're listening to the Nutrient Ag Solutions pregame show. Call Bob Lawson and his team today where results in your field are their first concern. Starting lineups are brought to you by Pulaski Lumber. If you're starting a project around the house, make sure and check with Chris and the team first for all your building and hardware needs. Rick Scott, head coach of Cardinal. The Comets come in with a 12-6 record, and their lineup looks like this. Landon Becker will be on the mound pitching. He leads off for Cardinal. Griffin Griner is at center field. He bats second. Batting third and at third base is Colby Aschenbrenner. Batting fourth and catching is Blaine Bryant. Cameron Honemichael is at second base. He bats fifth. Braden Ridgway is batting 6th. He's at first base. Batting 7th in the DH today is Jarrett Ray. Batting 9th and in right field, Ryan Clark. And batting 9th and in left field is Dawson Lewis. So again for Cardinal, Becker pitching, Griner in center, Ashton Brenner at third, Bryant catching, Hannah Michael at second, Ridgway at first. Ray is the DH, Clark at right, and Lewis is in left. Now for the Davis County Mustangs, their head coach is Todd White, 11-9 coming into tonight's matchup, looking to snap a 3-game losing skid. And head coach Todd White has his Mustangs lined up like this. Owen Bennett leads things off, he's in right field. Trevor Slayton bats second, he's at shortstop. Batting third and catching is Cade Tharp. Batting fourth and at second base is Draven DeCry. Batting fifth is left fielder Clay Collier.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome
Caden Hill's
to
the
tonight's
DH, he bats
baseball
sixth.
game between the Davis County Mustangs,
Batting seventh is Noah
coached by
Smolik,
Todd
he's at
White,
third base.
and the Cardinal Comets, coached by Rick Scott.
Logan Hale's at first base,
Tonight's
batting eighth.
umpires are Jay
And batting ninth in
Russo
center field is
and
Carl
Bob
Norman.
Laughlin.
So again for Davis County,
Starting lineups tonight for
Bennett at
Cardinal
right,
are
Slayton
batting
at short,
first,
Tharp is
pitcher,
catching.
number 10, Landon
DeCry at second,
Becker.
Collier in left, Hill's the DH.
Batting second for the Comets,
Smolik at
center
third,
fielder,
Hale
number
at
9,
first, and Norman
Brendan
is in center.
Batting third baseman, number 13.
So we'll
Colby
take a break
Ashenbrett.
as the lineups are being announced to
Batting fourth,
those that
catcher, number 22,
made the trip either
Landon
from
Bryant.
locally here in Bloomfield or over in Eldon
Batting
to
fifth in
watch
order,
this game,
second baseman,
and
number
also
5.
for the national anthem. When we come back,
Cameron
first pitch between
Amateur.
Cardinal and Davis County on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Pardon me, hot mic.
John at Collision Corner knows that when you get in an accident and need some work done on your vehicle, you want the process to go smooth and easy. That's why Collision Corner is your best choice. John is a preferred body shop, which means he can work directly with your insurance company. He will handle the claim from start to finish. Collision Corner knows you need your car back as soon as possible, and they will also pick it up and deliver it to you for free. When you have an accident, call John and his team at Collision Corner in Bloomfield, and don't forget to like them on Facebook.
Keith's Foods in Bloomfield has been serving the Bloomfield area since 1969 with quality cut steaks, ripe seasonal produce, scrumptious bakery cakes and sweets, fresh dairy products, and of course tasty smoked meats. We also have available hunting licenses, stamps, money orders, and gift cards too. Open till 9 p.m. every day. We pride ourselves in providing small town service in a big way while keeping up with trends and latest items across the country. Yes, Keith's Foods is your hometown grocery store and so much more. Keith's Foods, where we always take your groceries out to your car. Proud supporter of the Davis County Mustangs.
Take summer by storm on a new Polaris. Right now, the world's best-selling off-road lineup is priced to move. Get more done with a hardworking Ranger. Chase adventure on a legendary Sportsman. Or live wide open in a high-performance Razor. Rebates up to $2,000 are available now during the Polaris Summer Sales Event.
Slayton Polaris. Stop in and see Tim or Dean today for a great deal on a new Polaris.
Hi, this is Chris Ledke, owner of Pulaski Lumber. I would like to personally invite you to see our updated inventory. We have a nice selection of tools, plumbing, flooring, tile, accessories, and as always, we can order in anything you might need. Josh is also available to offer you professional 3D drawings to design your new home, deck, or addition. We don't charge huge architect fees, but are confident you will be happy with our work. We look forward to meeting you at Pulaski Lumber, your start-to-finish lumberyard.
The busy farming season is here, and Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go for all your seed and fertilizer needs. They're focused on one thing and one thing only, providing their customers with the best products and services to grow the best crops possible. Farmers call them today for liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed. They also offer crop protection chemicals and custom application. See why other area farmers are turning to Bob Lawson and the staff at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Hi, this is Kendall with Citizens Mutual. It's a busy time of the year, so we want you to save as much time as possible. Whether you need internet, TV, or phone service, we can handle all of them for you. We also have a great selection of TVs ranging from 32 to 65 inch, as well as appliances. Stop in today, and remember, Citizens Mutual is owned and operated by its customers. So when you walk in the door, we don't just treat you like a customer, we treat you like you're the boss, because you are. We're looking forward to seeing you at Citizens Mutual, just off the square in Bloomfield.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
And welcome welcome back to Davis County as the lineups have been announced. The anthem has been played, and we're just about ready for Mustang baseball. Logan Hale on the mound, looking to put Davis County on the right track, the winning track, as we get set to begin tonight's game. Dan Maters, our superintendent, he took care of the PA duties, and you're just wondering kind of pressure he felt. This is a man that serves in the military, and you would think that that was the most pressure-filled situation he ever felt. But he handled himself well. Things went off without a hitch, and that's a lot to be said about this PA system, but we're about ready to start here in Bloomfield. As I said, Davis County looking to break a 3-game losing streak. Tough losses. They lost 7-4 to EBF to wrap up a doubleheader, and then last Wednesday they went to Keokuk and dropped a tough one to the Chiefs by a final score of 5-4, and the Chiefs actually walked it off on them on the bottom of the 7th. And then last night, after falling behind 6-1, they came back and almost were able to tie it. Instead, they dropped a close one to Pekin by the final score of 7-5. So Logan Hale on the hill. Kate Tharp is behind the plate, so it will be a bit of a break for the regular catcher Caden Hill, who will be the DH. And we'll see how Tharp handles himself at catcher. Mostly he's been either the DH or a third baseman. He's played some catcher, and he played a little bit of catcher last night as well. So one more pitch will be thrown by Hale, and then we are set to get started. Landon Becker will lead things off for the Comets of Cardinal.
Leading off for the Comets is number 10, Landon Becker.
Becker's a freshman, and he comes in with an average of .327, and he has 9 runs driven in. Umpire says, let's play. Hale with the wind, and the first pitch of the game is swung on and fouled away for strike 1. First pitch was thrown at 7:34. I don't know if you'd say we had the fortune or misfortune of having below average, as far as heat is concerned, weather here in June. There's the 0-1, over but low, ball 1. Mother Nature, however, has made up for it, as we've really had our first hot stretch of weather here in southeast Iowa. The 1-1, that bounces to the plate, 2 balls and 1 strike. Game time temperature 85 degrees under sunny skies here in Bloomfield. And it will be a very hot 4th of July week, so look for the temperature to remain the same throughout. That's another ball in the dirt, and now the count is 3-1. So after Becker offered at the first pitch, he looks at 3 straight balls, and Hale's not going to have to battle back, down 3 balls and 1 strike. Here's the next one coming to Becker. A curveball taken high, ball 4, and that's the way things begin here in Bloomfield.
Now batting for the Comets, number 9, Griffin Griner.
That brings up Griffin Griner, another freshman, batting .316 on the year with 14 RBI. So despite the fact that Cardinal had a couple of key seniors graduate, future looks bright for Cardinal. First pitch is popped up, short right center field. Going back is the cry, and he sprawls and makes the catch as he goes to the ground. But he secures the ball for out number 1.
Now batting number 3, Colby Aschenbrenner.
That brings up Colby Aschenbrenner, who leads Cardinal with a .404 batting average. 2 homers, 17 RBI. And the third baseman will wait on the first pitch as Hale throws back to first and Becker gets back safely. Aschenbrenner's a junior. A lot of underclassmen in Cardinals, in this version of Cardinals lineup. The first pitch is ground to Slayton at short. It goes through his legs, however, and into left field. And Asher Brenner is aboard on the error by the normally sure-handed Trevor Slayton.
Now batting number 22, Blaine Bryant.
So the error has opened the door for Cardinal to break the seal here in the top of the first. Blaine Bryant, the catcher, will look to do some damage with the runner in scoring position. Just getting started from here in Bloomfield. Great to have you with us on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network, and the first pitch is bounced to the plate for ball one. Hale's last appearance was a pretty good one. It was a start against Keokuk last Wednesday. He pitched 6 1/3, and that pitch is a curveball taken for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hale last Wednesday allowed 5 runs, all of them earned on 6 hits. He walked 2, struck out 4, but as I said, went 6 1/3, so he has proven he can go deep into games. The 1-1. Another curveball, that's cut on and missed. And Brian is in the hole, 1-2. Clay Collier's in left. Carl Norman's in center with Owen Bennett in right field for the Mustangs. Hale winds and delivers, and the pitch is grounded to Slayton. Another bobble by the shortstop, and everybody is safe. It has been a first inning to forget for the senior shortstop, and that loads the bases.
Now batting number 5. Number 5, Cameron Hanemichael.
And now Cameron Hanemichael, with the bases loaded, 1 out, can put Cardinal ahead early with a hit here. First pitch is a fastball taken on the outside corner for strike 1. Hale looking to pick up his teammates. Middle of the infield looking for 2 for the Mustangs. That pitch is fouled off. It's quickly 0-2. And I imagine the Mustangs will take a strikeout in this situation as well. Hanemichael looks out to Hale, who comes set. And now he steps off. Noah Smolik's at third with Trevor Slayton at short. Draven DeCry's at second base. Caleb Wagler is at first base with the regular first baseman on the mound today. 0-2 pitch, he just got a piece. And Hanemichael stays alive. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. And as I mentioned, Kay Tharp is behind the plate catching. Another 0-2 coming from Hale. Inside, 1-2. Davis County wearing their maroon jerseys with the white pants. Some go with the high sock look, some don't. The 1-2, curveball, fouled away. That was a very defensive swing by Hanemichael, but he stays alive, and the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Becker's at third, Ashton Brenner's at second, with Bryant at first, and there is strike 3 called on Hanemichael for a huge out number 2. Strikeouts are brought to you by
Braden Ridgway.
Strikeouts are brought to you by Keys Foods. Don't strike out when it comes to supper. Come see Brian and the staff at Keys Foods for some awesome smoked and barbecue meats. The whole family will love it. Don't forget to follow them on Facebook. First pitch is cut on and missed by Braden Ridgway. Easy for me to say. And the count is 0-1. A lot of early pitch hacking by Cardinal early on. The 0-1. Curveball fouled away. So despite 2 errors being committed in this inning, Hale's a strike away from keeping Cardinal off the board here in the top of the first. The pitch. Lined to right, but right at Owen Bennett, who makes the catch, and the inning is over. Ridgway hit it hard, but right at the Mustang right fielder. Cardinal comes up empty, and they leave the bases loaded. And Davis County will be batting next on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Are you installing a new septic system? The man to call is Jody at Geotech Sand and Stone. They have state-certified septic sand, as well as top-quality black dirt, fill sand, and washed gravel for landscaping. They also have large rocks to add to your landscaping. Geotech Sand and Stone has very competitive prices. Stop out and get a load, or have one of their contractors haul it for you. Call Jody today for more information at 799-1235. That's 799-1235. Geotech Sand and Stone, 3 miles west of Eldon on River Road. Attention Southern Iowa, do you need a better night's sleep? Maybe it's time to get a new mattress. Dixon's Mattress Outlet in Bloomfield has the most competitive prices on new mattresses in all different sizes. Darren sells camper mattresses, commercial bedding, rollaways, special order sizes, bed frames, and mattress protectors. Call Darren today and he'll meet you at the warehouse. Dixon's Mattress Outlet, 641-664-3060. That's 664-3060. You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Cardinal threatened in the top of the first, but Logan Hale was able to strand the bases loaded, and now it's the Mustangs' turn to bat here in the bottom of the first. And they'll go up against a freshman right-hander, Landon Becker, who is completing his warm-up tosses. First inning is brought to you by Dixon's Mattress Outlet. Think of them first for a great night to get a great night's sleep. Call Darren today. Owen Bennett getting set to walk to the plate. I think one more pitch is coming from Becker. There it is, and there's a throw to second. And in strides the left-hander Owen Bennett to get things started here at the bottom of the first. We're delighted to have you with us on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network. Ellis Kojo along with our producer, Corey Finch. So Owen Bennett will look to get the Mustangs started here in the bottom of the first. And the first pitch to Becker is fouled away. Bennett looks out to Becker, who winds and comes home with the 0-1. It's a curveball, but that stays upstairs. 1 ball and 1 strike. Bennett last night went 0 for 4. He had a run scored and an RBI. That pitch is grounded up the middle, and it's a base hit for Owen Bennett. I was just going to say that he was hitless in his last 2 games.
Mustangs, number 9, Trevor Slayton.
But Bennett with a solid single up the middle was able to get off the schneid. Actually, he was hitless in his last 3 games, going back to the EBF game, game 1, or game 2, I should say. But Bennett is aboard with the leadoff single, and here is Trevor Slayton. He looks at a fastball high for ball 1. Slayton leads Davis County in batting coming into tonight's game. Also leads them in home runs. He has 3 of the Mustangs' 6 round trippers this year. Fastball up and away, 2-0. And it's kind of coincidental that Davis County's on a 3-game losing streak and Owen Bennett was hitless in those 3 games. Makes you think that maybe as Davis County goes, so does Owen Bennett. That pitch is lined into left field for a base hit. A solid single by Slayton. 2 straight hits to open the bottom of the first, and Davis County's in business. And now the man that leads the Mustangs in RBI with 15, Kate Tharp, strides to the plate. He just missed a homer to center last night in Pekin. That first pitch is taken on the inside corner for ball 1. He hit a missile out to center field, but it hit the middle of the wall, and he had to settle for an RBI double. There's a curveball taken outside, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Tharp has 2 homers on the season as well. He hit one here versus Clark a couple weeks ago, and then back last week versus EBF in game 1 of the doubleheader. That pitch is swung on a miss for strike 1. That homer he hit in EBF, that was game 1 of the doubleheader. That tied the score at 4, and that really keyed the Mustang rally. And they were able to prevail in game 1 of the doubleheader 8-6. The 2-1. Fastball a little bit above the belt. 3 balls and 1 strike. Tharp had a rough start He was on a pitch count last night, allowing 3 runs in the first and another strike in the second, another ball in the second, another run in the second. I was distracted by the umpire looked like he was doing a strike 3 call, but it's only a strike 2 to Tharp. Count is full with runners at first and second. Let's see if they send the runners. They stay put, and Carp takes strike 3. He was looking for a fastball. Instead, he got an off-speed pitch,
For the Mustangs, number 2,
and he goes down looking. So now Draven DeCry is up. He is our collision corner cleanup hitter. If you need to clean up your vehicle, take it to John and his team for a complete detail. Good opportunity here for Davis County. Runs at first and second, just 1 out. DeCry swings at the first pitch and grounds it into left field for a base hit. Bennett rounds third, coming home. The throw is coming to the plate and is not in time. And it is 1-0 Davis County as Slayton takes third. An RBI single by Draven DeCry breaks the seal, and it's 1-0 Mustangs.
Now hitting for the Mustangs, number 11, Clay Collier.
I was reading some comments that head coach Todd White was making after last night's game versus Beacon, and he just said we just didn't get that big hit. There were a couple of big hits that the Mustangs had last night. Hale had a key RBI single. That was a big hit there by DeCry to put Davis County out in front. Collier takes a strike on the outside corner. So DeCry, with that RBI, now has 9 on the season. Runner goes from second, pitch is grounded to second. Hanna Michael gobbles it up, throws to first. The run does score to make it 2-0 Davis County. So give Collier an RBI on the ground out. 2 outs in the inning, and Caden Hill will look to drive in the run from second. The first pitch bounces to him, ball 1.
Now hitting for the Mustangs, number 18, Caden Hill.
Talk about improvement from year to year. You don't need to look further than this junior who's currently at the plate, and that's check swung. And the field umpire says no swing. It is now 2-0. Or 2-1, I should say. Becker comes set and comes home with the next pitch to Hill. It's tapped up the third baseline. That's going to stay fair, and everybody's safe. A swinging bunt by Caden Hill, and sometimes that's what you need.
Now hitting number 8, Noah Zamolik.
Baseball is a cruel sport. Just take the top of the first. Ridgway hits an absolute bullet, but it was caught by the right fielder Bennett to end the first. And now a swinging bunt by Caden Hill. Dribbles up the third base line, stays fair. And the inning continues for Noah Smolik. Smolik looks at ball 1. DeCry's at third with Caden Hill at first. 1-0. Grounder the third. Eschenbrenner. Sidearm throw is past the first baseman. Scoring is DeCry. Hill goes to third. It is 3-0 Davis County on the error. So a big first inning for the Mustangs.
21, Logan Hale.
Good base running by Hill, taking third on the play, and that will move the line to Logan Hale. Both pitchers had long innings here in the first. Hale had to throw 20 pitches to get out of the first, but he did it with no damage done. Becker not so lucky. This would be pitch number 21 for the freshman. Runner goes from second. Pitch is taken high for a ball. The throw is cut off. Hill comes home, and he is out at home. And that ends the inning. Davis County does score 3 runs, however, on 3 hits, 1 error with a man left. And at the end of 1, it's Davis County 3, Cardinal nothing on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
This is Milo Wells, your pharmacist at Wells Hometown Drug in Bloomfield. When you need prescriptions, stop in and see me. If you aren't a current customer, we will help you fill out a new patient form, which takes less than 5 minutes. We have a lot of over-the-counter items and have vaccines. We are here 6 days a week and offer free delivery in Bloomfield and surrounding areas. I pride myself on professionalism and small-town customer service, and our pharmacy reflects those values. Stop in and see us at Wells Hometown Drug next to CarQuest in Bloomfield.
This is Lisa Bell. Hey, all you Davis County Mustang fans. The agents at Northside Insurance are just like you. We support the Mustangs, too. We're proud to live in Bloomfield, where we help families like yours with auto, home, business, farm, and life insurance. Get the professional coaching you need to win at life. Give us a call at Northside Insurance in Bloomfield and Centerville today, 664-2362. And go Mustangs! Nationwide is on your side. Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio, subject to underwriting guidelines, review, and approval.
Go Mustangs!
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Davis County puts up a crooked number in the bottom of the first. They have a 3-0 lead over Cardinal as we roll into the second inning from here at the Davis County Fairgrounds. Great to have you with us on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network. Ellis Kojo joined by our producer Corey Finch. Logan Hale back on top of the mound. He ran into trouble in the top of the first, but was able to strand the bases loaded. He pitched around a couple of errors. And he'll see the bottom third of the Cardinal order, starting with the designated hitter, Jared Ray.
Jared Ray.
Ray's a junior, batting .267 on the season. He also has 3 runs batted in. He swings to the first pitch. That's trouble into the right center field alley, and that gets down for extra bases. Bennett digs it out, and it's a leadoff double for Jared Ray.
Now batting number 11, Ryan Clark.
That brings up Ryan Clark, the right fielder. So Cardinal right back to threatening Davis County. Clark squares to bunt. He swings away, and it's lined over the head of Slayton for a base hit. Norman will not throw it home as Ray is held up at third. And now they have runners at the corners with nobody out.
Now batting number 15, Dawson Lewis.
Just a bit of a slugging bunt from Clark. And now Dawson Lewis bats, looking to get Cardinal on the board. Runners at the corners, nobody out here in the top of the second. First pitch from Hale is a curveball, over but low, ball 1. Cardinal, as I said, a well-balanced team. They can swing it with a .274 average coming into today's game. And the next pitch is grounded to third but foul. One ball, one strike to Dawson Lewis. Another freshman. Batting .158 on the season. He also has 3 runs batted in. Hale steps off. So more trouble for Logan Hale. The middle infield of Davis County is at double play depth, but there's a line drive in the left field for a base hit, and Cardinals on the board to make it 3-1. And it's an RBI single by Dawson Lewis. 3 straight hits for the Comets in this inning.
Now batting number 10, Landon Becker.
Back to the top of the order, and Landon Becker. He led off the game with a walk, and he takes the first pitch wide for ball 1. This is a young Cardinal team. The 0-1, off speed, taken for ball 2. Now Becker has the count in his favor at 2-0. Fastball That's a good one on the outside corner for strike one. Cardinals answered Davis County 3 runs with a run of their own, and they may not be done. The 2-1 pitch, grounded back to Hale. He juggles it, throws to second for one. There will be no relay to first. They'll just get the out at second. Becker is safe at first on the fielder's choice. Clark is at third, and Lewis gets cut down on the force out, 1 to 6.
Number 9, Griffin Griner.
Now Griffin Griner, another freshman for Cardinal. He popped out his first time up. That's a line drive foul just to the right of the right field line, maybe about a foot or two to the right of the line. That would have been trouble if it landed. Fortunately for the Mustangs, it ends up just being strike one. The 0-1, runner goes from second. There's a ground ball in the right field, a base hit. Scoring is Clark. Taking third on the play and safe at third is Becker, and that is 3-2. An RBI single by Griner, and by sending the runner,
number 13, Colby Ashenbrenner.
the Cry left his spot. He left pretty much the left side, right side of the infield, open for Griner to ground the baseball through. Now the tying runs at third with just one out. Runner goes from second, throw back to third, and back safely is Clark. Beg your pardon, that was Becker. That was safe at third. Griner gets credit for his stolen base. He's at second. Now the 1-0. Outside, ball 2. Colby Ashenbrenner is up. Great minds must think alike. Not only did Superintendent Dan Mader count the letters to his last name, I had to as well. 13 letters in his last name. Collier makes a sliding catch in left field. He'll throw home, but it is wide, and we are tied at 3 on the sacrifice fly by Colby Ashenbrenner. So a brand new ball game.
Now batting number 22, Blaine Bryant.
And that moves the line to Blaine Bryant, Cardinals catcher. We are tied at 3. Runner at second, 2 outs. Hale steps off. And Bryant takes a strike. Hale looking to get out of this inning and keep it a tied game. The 0-1, curveball, bounce to Slayton at short. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. However, Cardinal does tie the game on 3 runs with 4 hits, no errors, and a man left. And heading to the bottom of the second, it's Davis County and Cardinal tied at 3 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Take summer by storm on a new Polaris. Right now, the world's best-selling off-road lineup is priced to move. Get more done with a hardworking Ranger. Chase adventure on a legendary Sportsman. Or live wide open in a high-performance RZR. Rebates up to $2,000 are available now during the Polaris Summer Sales Event.
Slayton Polaris. Stop in and see Tim or Dean today for a great deal on a new Polaris.
Hi, this is Chris Ledke, owner of Pulaski Lumber. I would like to personally invite you to see our updated inventory. We have a nice selection of tools, plumbing, flooring, tile, accessories, and as always, we can order in anything you might need. Josh is also available to offer you professional 3D drawings to design your new home, deck, or addition. We don't charge huge architect fees, but are confident you will be happy with our work. We look forward to meeting you at Pulaski Lumber, your start-to-finish lumberyard.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Davis County and Cardinal tied at 3 as we head to the bottom of the second. Second innings brought to you by Protruder Orthodontics. Don't give it a second thought. Get a smile that lasts a lifetime today. 8, 9, and 1 batters due up for the Mustangs, starting with Logan Hale, the first baseman. And there's a final warm-up toss from Landon Becker.
Leadoff hitting this inning is number 21, Logan Hale.
Hale was standing at the plate when the top of the first inning ended. Smolik was at first with Caden Hill at third. And they tried to attempt a double steal. Smolik broke for second, but a well-executed play by Cardinal as that's taken for a ball. Bryant threw to second. Arbogast, the shortstop, cut the throw off and managed to nail Caden Hill, who tried to score from third. And that's how the first inning ended. The 1-0. Fouled away. Coming back home here in Bloomfield, you realize, or appreciate or not, that there's little to no foul ground, especially behind the plate here at the fairgrounds. Here's the wind and the 1-1. Hit on a line out to center, coming in and making the catch is Griner. That was hit hard by Hale, but it's a hard luck out number 1.
Now hitting for the Mustangs, number 15, Garl Norman.
Norman, the center fielder, comes up for Davis County. He was in the middle of a lot of Davis County rallies yesterday versus Pekin. Pitch is taken on the inside corner for strike 1. When it was all said and done, Norman went 1 for 3 with a walk. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Norman getting set for the 0-2 pitch from Becker, and here it comes. Line drive into left field for a base hit. It got past the left fielder Lewis, but he was able to gather it back in, and Norman will stay at first. A 1-out single by Norman. Back to the top of the order we go.
Mustangs, number 12, Owen Bennett.
And Owen Bennett, who broke a 3-game hitless streak with a leadoff single, strides back in. He just grounded a single right back up the box to lead off the game. He later came around to score on the RBI single by Draven DeCry. Pitch is high for ball 1. Bennett, the only left-hander in the Davis County lineup. The 1-0. Ground ball to the right side, gobbled up by Hanamichael, but he can't make a play, and everybody is safe. I think even if Hanamichael caught that cleanly, he would have been hard-pressed to throw out Bennett at first.
Now hitting for the Mustangs, number 9, Trevor Slayton.
We'll give Bennett an infield single on that one. Runners at first and second, 2 out, and here is Trevor Slayton. This might just be, with the score of 3-3 here in the bottom of the second, Slayton takes ball 1. This just might be your good old-fashioned Donnybrook, where it will be a slugfest from here until the end, and the final score just might end up being 14-13 when it's all said and done. The 1-0. Curveball, and it's taken for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Very subtle strike call from the umpire, but he says it's 1-1. Long look in by Becker. Now he comes set. Next pitch to Slayton. Taken outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Norman and Bennett hit consecutive 1-out singles. They're at second and first, respectively. 1 out in the inning, and the next pitch to Slayton is popped foul to even the count at 2-2. Slayton singled in the first inning and came around to score. Davis County scored 3 runs in the bottom of the first. Cardinal answer with 3 runs in the top of the second. That's where we stand. Now the 2-2 pitch coming to Slayton. Curveball taken high, and the count is full. A game like this, where there's already been 6 hits by the Mustangs and 4 hits by the Comets, would you send the runners with everybody swinging as well as they are? We'll see what Todd White does with a count of 3-2 and 1 out. Runners stay put. Pitch is grounded up the middle, and it is into center field for a base hit. Rounding third and coming home to score is Norman. It gets past Greiner's center fielder, and taking third on the play will be Bennett, and Slayton comes into second. Davis County has the lead back. It is 4-3.
Now hitting for the Mustangs, number 16, K. Tharp.
Scored that an RBI single by Slayton. An error on the center fielder, Greiner, which allowed Bennett to take third and Slayton to take second. And now here's K. Tharp. Cardinals infield is playing back. Curveball taken high, ball 1. Tharp struck out looking his first time up. Probably one of the more frustrating things to do with men on base. The 1-0. Grounded to first. Ridgway steps on the bag. Coming in to score is Bennett to make it 5-3 Davis County. So Tharp puts it in play, gets an RBI, his team high 16th of the year.
Now hitting for the Mustangs, number 2, Draven DeCry.
And Davis County has a 2-run lead. So Draven DeCry can give Davis County another 3-run inning with a hit here. A good curveball from Becker for strike 1. DeCry has that classic uppercut swing, although he grounded that last pitch. There's a swing and a miss at a ball up and in, making the count no balls and 2 strikes. Slayton's at third. And here's the next one coming from Becker. A fastball put in play by DeCry. It's bounced to Hanemichael at second. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Davis County does reclaim the lead, however, on 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 error and 1 man left. And as we head to the top of the third, Davis County leads at 5-3 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
The busy farming season is here, and Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go for all your seed and fertilizer needs. They're focused on one thing and one thing only, providing their customers with the best products and services to grow the best crops possible. Farmers, call them today for liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed. They also offer crop protection chemicals and custom application. See why other area farmers are turning to Bob Lawson and the staff at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Hi, this is Kendall with Citizens Mutual. It's a busy time of the year, so we want you to save as much time as possible. Whether you need internet, TV, or phone service, we can handle all of them for you. We also have a great selection of TVs ranging from 32 to 65 inch, as well as appliances. Stop in today, and remember, Citizens Mutual is owned and operated by its customers. So when you walk in the door, we don't just treat you like a customer, we treat you like you're the boss, because you are. We're looking forward to seeing you at Citizens Mutual, just off the square in Bloomfield.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Mustangs lead it 5-3 as we welcome you back to the Davis County Fairgrounds. And the Davis County Mustangs looking to break a 3-game losing streak. And they have a 5-3 lead over the Comets as we get ready to play the top of the third. Due up for the Comets will be Hanemichael, Ridgway, and Jared Ray. Hale got into trouble in the first inning, was able to pitch out of it. He was not so fortunate in the second inning, as the Comets touched him up for 3 runs in the second frame.
Batting for the Cardinal Comets is number 5, Cameron Hanemichael.
So Karen Hanemichael, one of the few seniors in this lineup will bat. Curveball taken for a strike, and it's 0-1. That was a very subtle strike call from the home plate umpire. And now the 0-1. Another curveball, that one taken inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hanamichael struck out looking his first time up. That was a key strikeout for Hale in that first inning. The 1-1 was a fastball, over but low, 2 balls and 1 strike. The bases were loaded at the time, just 1 out in the inning. And Hale was able to strike out Hanamichael and then get Ridgway to line out to right to avoid damage done. Curveball, inside, 3-1. Ridgway wakes on deck. Here's a 3-1 pitch from Hale, and that's hit foul to run the count full. Lights starting to take effect here at the fairgrounds as the sun sets behind us and to the left, and that pitch is taken inside for ball 4, and it is a leadoff walk. So
for the Comets, number 3, Braden Ridgway.
Normally, if you let the first man reach, you're playing with fire, although the leadoff man reached in the previous 2 innings. As I said, he was stranded in the first inning. However, he came around to score in the second. Throw back to first, and Hanamichael is back safely for the Comets. Braden Ridgway is the batter. And it hits him in the back. And that puts runners at first and second, nobody out. And here comes head coach Todd White. Hale, I have him at 42 pitches thus far, and we'll see what head coach Todd White will do with his senior right-hander. So while we have a moment, we will let you know that Davis County Baseball is brought to you by William Penn University. It's a place to widen your potential. Daytime, online, and evening classes begin every 8 weeks. Visit wmpenn.edu for more information. And Ray's Rapid Lube and Car Wash. Quality oil changes to a touch-free car wash. Ray's Rapid Lube and Car Wash on the corner of Vine and Madison in Ottumwa. Jared Ray is the batter when we resume.
Up to bat for Cardinal, number 25, Jarrett Ray.
Runners at first and second, nobody out here in the top of the third. First pitch to Ray, it swung on and missed. Ray, as I mentioned, hit a bullet out to right. It's chopped to Slayton at short. Throws a second for 1. The throw to first is not in time, but good play by Wagler, keeping that throw in front of him and preventing Hanamichael scoring from third. 1 out in the inning. And here is
Cardinal, number 11, Ryan Clark.
Ryan Clark, the right fielder. Clark singled and later scored his first time up, and he grounds it up the middle to Slayton. He steps on the back for 1. The throw to first, and that is a double play to retire the side. 6-3 is the pitcher's best friend on the DP. And at the end of the top of the third, it's Davis County 5, Cardinal 3 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's more than an education. It's more than a degree. William Penn University is alive with opportunity. Opportunity in a diverse student body. Opportunity in a staff that works with your budget. Opportunity in over 30 programs of study. Opportunity in a classroom where your voice is heard. Find your future and the opportunities waiting for you. Start your planning today at wmpenn.edu and see why William Penn University is alive with opportunity.
Whether you are a player, cheerleader, or coach, your friends at Petrita Orthodontics are cheering for you. We are proud of the students in our area and are happy to support them in their school activities. We want to see you smile on and off the field. If you or your child are in need of orthodontic care, call us for a free no-obligation appointment. We have many different options available to help your child's bite and smile. Call us today at Petrita Orthodontics in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. We look forward to making you smile.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Mustangs lead it 5-3 as we play in the bottom of the third. Clay Collier will lead things off for Davis County. He grounds the first pitch to short. Arbogast can't get a clean handle on it, and Collier is safe.
Now batting for the Mustangs, number 18, Caden Hill.
It's always good to see just any player hustle and not take anything for granted. That just looked like a routine grounder to short. Collier didn't take anything for granted, however, busted it down the line, and he is at first to lead things off. And now he goes from first. Pitch is taken for a strike. The throw to second, not in time. Collier just ahead of the tag, and he has himself a stolen base. So Caden Hill, he singled in the first inning. And he's looking at the one-strike pitch. He squares the bunt, and he foul tips it at the plate to make it no balls and 2 strikes. You look at the box score, it says a single, so you figure, what, a solid line drive to left, maybe a solid ground ball at the middle. Nope, it was a dribbler, a swinging bunt of the third base line that stayed fair, and Hill, as I mentioned, like Collier, not taking anything for granted, hustled down the line, and he had himself an infield hit. The 0-2 to Hill, fouled away, and he stays alive. I talked in his first at-bat how Hill improved from his sophomore to now his junior season. His sophomore year, he had just 11 at-bats, went 1 for 11. That's an 0.91 average. But here in his junior season, he's definitely blossomed with his average well over the 300 mark. The 0-2 pitch lined on a hop and past the shortstop Arbogast for a base hit. That was a hot shot that Arbogast couldn't handle. And another single for Hill. He's now 2 for 2.
Now hitting for the Mustangs, number 8, Noah.
Collier had to hold up initially just because he thought Arbogast would field it cleanly. Once he realized Arbogast didn't, he started up his wheels once again, but was only able to get the third. So runs at the corners, nobody out. A golden opportunity for the Mustangs to extend their lead. And here's Noah Smolik, who reached on an error his first time up. Just like his counterpart Hale, Becker has been in trouble every single inning he's been in, and he throws strike 1 to Noah Smolik. Logan Hale waits on deck for the Mustangs. Cardinals infield looking to turn 2. The 0-1. Low and away, 1 ball and 1 strike. In the middle of a busy week for Davis County, they'll be right back here tomorrow for a conference doubleheader versus Sheridan. The 1-1, and there's a base hit in the right. Coming in to score is Collier to make it 6-3 Mustangs. Good job by Smolik going the other way.
Now hitting for the Mustangs, number 21, Logan Hale.
And sometimes it just takes the flip of the calendar to turn your fortunes. Davis County failed to get the big hit yesterday, but they have come through with the men on base so far today. Hale squares the bunt. It dribbles up the first base line. The catcher, Bryant, throws to first in time for the out. and Hale will get credit for the sacrifice. We'll score 2-3. 1 out in the inning. Hill the third, Smolik the second.
Hitting for the Mustangs now is number 15, Garl Norman.
Garl Norman will bat for the second consecutive inning. He singled and later scored back in the second. Runners at second and third, 1 out. The pitch to Norman is a curveball taken wide for ball 1. Davis County on a 3-game losing streak, looking to put an end to it tonight. Another 1-0. Over but low. 2 balls, no strikes. I mentioned the busy week that Davis County has, and it'll be a doubleheader tomorrow versus Sheridan, which starts at 5:30 tomorrow afternoon. The 2-0. Fly ball, right field. Clark goes to his left, makes the catch, the throw coming home, and the run will score to make it 7-3 Mustangs. So give Norman an RBI on the sacrifice fly. Hill comes in to score. Smolik takes third on the fly ball. And we'll go back to the top of the order.
For the Mustangs, number 12, Owen Bennett.
Now Owen Bennett bats. Already his third at bat here in the third inning. Becker's first pitch is taken high and inside for ball 1. So continuing with Davis County's week, of course they'll have the 4th of July off. All of us do. But no rest for the weary, as they'll be right back in action on Friday in Fairfield for a doubleheader. That's taken high and outside, making it 2-0. Even though they lost to Fairfield at Busch 4-1 on that rain-shortened affair a couple weeks ago out in St. Louis, that wasn't a true testament as to how the two teams look. The 2-0 fouled away. It was more of an all-star game when you think about it. Almost every Mustang had a chance to play. That's the way you would like to have it, especially with even the kids in JV getting a chance to get out on the field and play baseball in Busch Stadium. The 2-1. Curveball, strike 2. Good-looking curveball from Becker. That froze Bennett. Smolik takes his lead from third. 2 runs already in for Davis County. Here's a 2-2 pitch coming to Bennett. Hit in the air, center field, but that's easy for Griner, and he puts it away to retire to side. But Davis County does score 2 more runs on a couple of hits, 1 error with a man left. And as we go to the 4th inning, Davis County leads at 7-3 on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Karsten. And I'm Callie. And we are the Neebs Girls. We would like to personally invite you to our parents' new store on the south side of the square in Bloomfield. Stop in and have them make you a custom shirt, hat, banner, sign, or even your school mascot. They stay open late on Thursdays until 7. We hope to see you soon. Neebs Graphics, making you stand out.
Neebs Graphics on the south side of the Bloomfield Square.
John at Collision Corner knows that when you get in an accident and need some work done on your vehicle, you want the process to go smooth and easy. That's why Collision Corner is your best choice. John is a preferred body shop, which means he can work directly with your insurance company. He will handle the claim from start to finish. Collision Corner knows you need your car back as soon as possible, and they will also pick it up and deliver it to you for free. When you have an accident, call John and his team at Collision Corner in Bloomfield, and don't forget to like them on Facebook.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
And welcome back to Davis County, where the Mustangs lead at 7-3 over Cardinal. By the way, the 3rd inning was brought to you by Geotech. Call Jody for all your top quality black dirt, fill sand, and wash gravel needs. Logan Hale back on top of the bump, looking for another clean inning. He has he allowed 3 runs in the second inning, but that's been sandwiched by a scoreless first and a scoreless third. 9-1, 2 hitters due up for Davis County, starting with Dawson Lewis.
Dawson Lewis.
Lewis hit an RBI single his first time up, and he swings and misses at the first pitch here in the top of the fourth. Mentioned a number of freshmen in the starting lineup for Cardinal, the 0-1. Check swing, and he went around 0-2. 4 freshmen in Cardinal's starting lineups, and actually only just 2 seniors, so either freshman or juniors dominate the line. There's a check swing dribbler to Smolik at third. The throw to third is bounced. Throw to first, I should say, is bounced, but a good play by Wagler, digging it out to retire Lewis.
Now batting for the Comets, number 10, Landon Becker.
So Landon Becker is the batter. He walked and was stranded at third in the first, reached on a fielder's choice and was stranded at third in the second. Check swing, appeal to the field umpire, says no swing, ball 1. Hale with the wind and a 1-0. Inside, 2 balls and no strikes. Hale went 6 1/3 last week in Keokuk. Pitch is taken inside, ball 3. And actually, this was the first inning that Hale retired the leadoff batter. Now the 3-0 to Becker is taken right down Easy Street for strike 1. And now the wind and the next pitch coming to Becker. Fastball fouled away, and that runs the count full. Mustangs lead at 7-3 over the Comets. Bases empty, 1 out here in the top of the fourth. And the payoff pitch to Becker is a curveball. Strike 3 called, and Becker knew it. So Hale comes back after being down 3-0, or falling behind 3-0. And now here's Griffin Griner. First pitch to Griner, taken outside, ball 1. Hale looking for his first 1-2-3 inning of tonight's contest. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Fourth inning is brought to you by Wells Hometown Drug. Call Jody for all your top quality black dirt, fill sand, and wash gravel needs. The 1-1 hit in the air, right field. DeCry calls it, however, but he can't make the catch as he went to a dive, and it is a bloop single for Griner to keep the inning alive for Cardinal.
Now batting number 13, Colby Aschenbrenner.
DeCry had a long way to go, and we all know how fast he is, but he wasn't quite able to get there. Had to dive to try to catch it and wasn't able to come up with it. Throw to first, and Wagler slaps the tag on Griner, but he's back safely. Colby Aschenbrenner drove in a run with a sacrifice fly his last time up. He's 0 for 1. And he fouled that one back. That pitch got in on his hands. Cardinal 12-6 coming into tonight's game. The 0-1, a curveball popped up on the right side of the infield. DeCry calls for it, makes the catch, and the inning is over. No runs, a hit, and a man left. And as we head to the bottom of the fourth, Mustangs lead at 7-3 on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Take summer by storm on a new Polaris. Right now, the world's best-selling off-road lineup is priced to move. Get more done with a hardworking Ranger. Chase adventure on a legendary Sportsman. Or live wide open in a high-performance RZR. Rebates up to $2,000 are available now during the Polaris Summer Sales Event.
Slayton Polaris. Stop in and see Tim or Dean today for a great deal on a new Polaris.
Hi, this is Chris Ledke, owner of Pulaski Lumber. I would like to personally invite you to see our updated inventory. We have a nice selection of tools, plumbing, flooring, tile, accessories, and as always, we can order in anything you might need. Josh is also available to offer you professional 3D drawings to design your new home, deck, or addition. We don't charge huge architect fees, but are confident you will be happy with our work. We look forward to meeting you at Pulaski Lumber, your start-to-finish lumberyard.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
And welcome back to Davis County, where the Mustangs lead 7-3 over the Comets of Cardinal. Great to have you with us on the Atomo Radio Sports Network. Ellis Kojo along with our producer, Corey Finch. And it's good to be back in Bloomfield. Davis County hasn't played a game here since since June the 17th. It's been that long since Davis County has enjoyed a home game in front of the home crowd. Trevor Slayton will lead things off for Davis County here in the bottom of the fourth. Becker ready to start his fourth inning of work, and the first offering is popped up shallow center field, and Griner makes the catch for the first out. That brings up Kay Tharp, the catcher.
Number 16, Kay Tharp.
So as I said, Davis County hasn't played here in Bloomfield since June 17th. Schedule is to blame for some of that, also Mother Nature. First pitch to Tharp, ripped into center. Griner stopped, now it goes back and makes the catch. Tharp hit that well, but Griner was able to make the catch for out number 2. Griner has both putouts here in the bottom of the fourth, and it'll be up for Draven DeCry to start a 2-out rally.
Number 2, Draven DeCry.
DeCry has an RBI single, a run scored, and he also grounded out, so he's 1 for 2. DeCry looks at ball 1. And just like Hale before him, Becker has a chance for his first 1-2-3 inning of the night. The 1-0, swing and a miss. Becker looking to right the ship after a rough first few innings. And now the 1-1. Hit well, out to left field. That ball is gone! Draven DeCry. Oh, they call it a ground rule double. I thought that was gone. I got too excited.
That's a nice hit.
A ground rule double by Draven DeCry. Has him at second.
Mustangs number 11, Clay Collier. Blame it on the lighting.
Yeah, it was definitely the lighting. Credit to Superintendent Dan Mader giving me the gentleman's out. That brings up Clay Collier. Runner goes from second, and Collier steals third easily without a throw. He stole that one off the pitcher Becker. So DeCry narrowly missing his first home run. However, he is standing at third with 2 outs. And now the 1-0 coming to Collier. And there's a strike. Collier fouls that one away. And now the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Collier looks at ball 2. That makes the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Becker got 2 quick outs, but then allowed a ground rule double to DeCry, who now stands at third. The 2-2 to Collier. He reached for it, pokes it over to shortstop Arbogast. Throw to first, and he's out. And the inning is over. No runs, a hit, a man left. And as we head to the top of the 5th, Davis County leads at 7-3 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
The busy farming season is here, and Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go for all your seed and fertilizer needs. They're focused on one thing and one thing only, providing their customers with the best products and services to grow the best crops possible. Farmers call them today for liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed. They also offer crop protection chemicals and custom applications. See why other area farmers are turning to Bob Lawson and the staff at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Hi, this is Kendall with Citizens Mutual. It's a busy time of the year, so we want you to save as much time as possible. Whether you need internet, TV, or phone service, we can handle all of them for you. We also have a great selection of TVs ranging from 32 to 65 inch, as well as appliances. Stop in today, and remember, Citizens Mutual is owned and operated by its customers. So when you walk in the door, we don't just treat you like a customer, we treat you like you're the boss, because you are. We're looking forward to seeing you at Citizens Mutual, just off the square in Bloomfield.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
5th inning rolls in here at the Davis County Fairgrounds. Mustangs lead it 7-3 over the Comets of Cardinal in this Tuesday night non-conference matchup. 4, 5, 6 hitters due up hard on that for Cardinal. Bryant, Hanamichael, and Ridgway.
Leading off for the Comets is number 22, Blaine Bryant.
Blaine Bryant, a good-looking freshman catcher, will be the first batter for Cardinal here in the top of the 5th. Hale with the opening pitch is taken inside for ball 1. Hale's really settled in after the first 2 reaching in the 3rd. The 1-0 hit foul the other way, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hale allowed the first 2 hitters to reach in the 3rd, a walk and a hit by pitch. But then a fielder's choice and then a nifty double play turn by Trevor Slayton got him out of the inning. And there's a curveball grounded to the left side. Slayton with a long throw. Good play. 1 out. Slayton had to show off the arm. He was deep in the hole at short.
Now batting for the Comets, number 5, Cameron Hanamichael.
So after that double play that got Hale out of the 3rd inning, he did allow a hit, but it was a 2-out hit, and he retired the next batter to pitch a clean 4th. Hanamichael's the batter. He swings and misses at the first pitch for strike 1. Hanamichael struck out looking his first time up, and then walked and was stranded in the 3rd. The 0-1. Curveball is over but low, 1 ball, 1 strike. So the only blemish to Hale's ledger so far was a 3-run 2nd inning. Swing and a miss. Hanamichael was caught in between. I think he was geared up for a fastball. He got an off-speed pitch, and he was well out in front. Hale with the 1-2. Fastball high and tight. Hanamichael had to spin out of the way. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bases empty, 1 out, top of the 5th. Davis County leads it 7-3. The break-even pitch is fouled away. Hanamichael was just able to get a piece of it and stay alive. Davis County scored 3 runs in the first inning. Cardinal answered with 3 in the second to tie the game. But in the bottom of the second, Davis County scored 2. And then they added 2 more in the bottom of the third to make it 7-3. That pitch was taken in the dirt. The count is now full. And the payoff pitch coming to Hanamichael. Taken low and outside, ball 4.
Now batting number 3, Braden Ridgway.
Braden Ridgway is the batter now. He is 0 for 1, lined out in the first, and was hit by a pitch in the third. Hale fires that one outside for ball 1. As I mentioned, Cardinal went 12-6 last season. They went 16-10 last year. Throw to first and back in time is Hanamichael. They won their opening round game in the first round of their districts. And then in the district semifinal versus Burlington Notre Dame out in New London, they had an 8-3 lead going into the 6th inning. That pitch is high and inside for ball 2. But their ace, who was a senior, started to tire and he had to be replaced. Burlington Notre Dame took advantage, scoring 6 runs in the 6th inning, the bottom of the 6th. And they held Cardinal off the board in the top of the 7th. And Cardinal lost by a final score of 98. So their season last year ended in heartbreaking fashion. But Rick Scott has them looking good so far this season, 12-6. The 2-1. Curveball lined sharply into left center field for a base hit. Hanamichael makes the turn, but he'll slam on the brakes and hold up at second. A very solid single by Ridgway. And that brings up Jarrett Ray.
Now batting for the Comets, number 25, Jarrett Ray.
Ray will get some last-minute instructions from his third base coach, Rick Scott. With 1 out, you wouldn't imagine that Cardinal would bunt here. But you never know. Wagler, the first baseman, is playing in, and that pitch is fouled away. Middle of the Davis County infield looking to turn 2. Smolik, the third baseman, plays even with the bag. Timeout as the umpire gets a fresh supply of baseballs. Those look brand new too. Those are shining. No balls, 1 strike to Jarrett Ray. Next one to him is taken for a ball, and it's 1-1. The 1-1, bounce to the plate. Tharp didn't quite know where it was, and both runners will advance. That ball didn't get too far away from Tharp. However, he wasn't able to find it initially. Hanamichael goes to third, and Ridgway goes to second. So a base hit here will bring potentially Cardinal to within 2. The 2-1. Hit on the ground to third. Smolik grabs, throws to first. He gets the out. The run does score to make it 7-4, but there are 2 outs now in the inning. Good play by Smolik. Decided just to take the sure out. That's an RBI grounder for Ray.
Now batting number 11, Ryan Clark.
And now Ryan Clark. will take his cuts for the third time tonight. Runner at second, 2 outs. And the pitch, outside, ball 1. Clark singled and scored in the second, and then grounded into a double play to end the third. He takes that outside for ball 2. Cardinal now with 6 hits on the night to go along with their 4 hits. 4 runs, I should say. The 2-0, and it's taken for a strike. Ridgway stands at second with 2 outs and a 2-1. A bit outside. Umpire will not give him the outside corner, and the count now goes to 3-1. And the next pitch coming from Hale is grounded deep to short. Slayton throws to first in time. Good dig by Wagler at first to end the inning. What a play by Slayton and good play by Wagler on the other end. Cardinal does score a run on a hit, and they leave a man on base. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Davis County leads at 7-4 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Keith's Foods in Bloomfield has been serving the Bloomfield area since 1969 with quality cut steaks, ripe seasonal produce, scrumptious bakery cakes and sweets, fresh dairy products, and of course, tasty smoked meats. We also have available hunting licenses, stamps, money orders, and gift cards too. Open till 9 p.m. every day. We pride ourselves in providing small town service in a big way while keeping up with trends and latest items across the country. Yes, Keith's Foods is your hometown grocery store and so much more. Keith's Foods, where we always take your groceries out to your car. Proud supporter of the Davis County Mustangs.
Are you installing a new septic system? The man to call is Jody at Geotech Sand and Stone. They have state-certified septic sand, as well as top-quality black dirt, fill sand, and washed gravel for landscaping. They also have large rocks to add to your landscaping. Geotech Sand and Stone has very competitive prices. Stop out and get a load, or have one of their contractors haul it for you. Call Jody today for more information at 799-1235. That's 799-1235. Geotech Sand and Stone, 3 miles west of Eldon on River Road. You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Bottom of the 5th rolls in. Mustangs have a 7-4 lead over Cardinal as they look to snap their 3-game losing streak here in Bloomfield. As I mentioned earlier, first taste of home cooking for the Mustangs in quite a while. They haven't played a home game since June 17th.
Leadoff hitter for the Mustangs is number 18, Caden Hill.
But their bats came to play today. The 4th inning was the only inning in which they didn't score. Caden Hill will look to change that here in the 5th. He swings at the first pitch and grounds it foul at the plate. Davis County scored 3 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third before not getting a run across in the 4th. The 1 and the 0-1 from Becker. Curveball, swing and a miss. Caden Hill has a couple of hits so far today. He's 2 for 2. Now the 0-2 coming from Becker. He reached for it, and it's grounded to Arbogast at short. And he makes the play for the first out. And brings up Noah Smolek, who had an RBI single his last time up. He's 1 for 2.
Now hitting for the Mustangs, number 8, Noah Smolek.
Smolek looks out to Becker, and the first pitch is taken upstairs for ball 1. And now the 1-0. Hit the other way, and that gets through for a base hit. So Smolek once again Goes the other way and grounds a single through the right side of the infield.
Logan Hale.
So now Logan Hale's the batter, looking to help out his own cause. He flew out in the second, and he laid down a sacrifice bunt back in the third. Ball 1 to Hale. In case you're wondering, on the mound, Hale is at 79 pitches by my count. Of course, the limit for high school pitchers is 110. The 1-0. He checked his swing, but it's called strike anyway, making the count 1-1. Cardinal comes in this game playing well, having won 4 out of their last 5. They dropped an 8-0 decision to Van Buren last night. The 1-1, fouled away. One and two to count now to Logan Hale. Teams did not meet last year, even though they were scheduled to do so. Runner goes from first, pitches in the dirt for a ball, and in standing is Smolik. It gets away from the infield, and Smolik scrambles and is safe at third. So a stolen base, a throwing error by the catcher, Bryant, allows Smolik to reach third base. So now a man at third, just one out. And Hale now has been tasked with a bit of situational hitting. The 2-2 pitch, taken outside for ball 3. It just struck me, looking at Hale, if you're a Cardinals fan, if you remember John Jay, the outfielder, Hale moves his hands the way John Jay does before a pitch comes in. The payoff pitch to Hale, curveball, strike 3 called, 2 outs.
Now hitting for the Mustangs, number 15, Darrell Norman.
Norman, having a good day so far. 1 for 1 with a run scored and an RBI thanks to a sacrifice fly. He'll need a hit here, however, to drive in a run from third. Fastball taken for ball 1. Talked about the youth that Cardinal has, and that is definitely offset by all the experience and all the seniors that litter the Davis County roster, Norman being one of those seniors as he fouls it back. Makes you wonder how head coach Todd White feels about his seniors. Having the football head coach Ken Anderson up here, he told me many a time how he felt spoiled by the senior class. And I'm almost certain Todd White will share the same sentiment. The 1-1 pitch is well outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. But Bennett, Slayton, Tharp, DeCry, Hale, Norman, and Nathan Smolik and Isaac Kramer on the bench, all seniors for Davis County. The 2-1 upstairs, 3 balls and a strike. You're kind of tempted to look ahead to next year and say, well, how does that leave the Mustangs in 2020? But we still have to worry about this year. 3-1 to Norman, ball 4. So Norman takes the walk.
Now hitting for the Mustangs, number 12, Owen Bennett.
That moves the line to Owen Bennett. Walks are brought to you by Slayton Polaris. Don't walk from field to field. Call Tim and Dean for the best deal on Polaris Rangers and ATVs and enjoy a smooth ride on a Polaris to get those chores done. Head coach Rick Scott heads out to the mound to talk to Landon Becker, his freshman right-hander. I have him at 83 pitches by my count. So he still has a ways to go before he reaches his threshold. And we'll see if there is a pitching change coming up. Looks like he's going to stay with Becker, so he's just giving him some instruction. So while the conference is going on at the mound, we'll let you know that Davis County Baseball is brought to you by Sherry, Lisa, and Lori at Northside Insurance in Bloomfield. Quote to claim, they take care of you. Smolik is at third. He singled, stole a base, and took third on an error. Norman is at first. He reached on a walk. Bennett is the batter. So far has 2 hits on the night. He takes the first pitch high for ball 1. Bennett singled and scored in the first, singled and scored in the second, and flew out to center in the third. The center fielder, Griner, has been busy today. Runner goes from second. Pitch is taken high for a ball. The throw back to third is not in time, and that is exactly what hung up Davis County yesterday, as Norman gets credit for a stolen base. Runners are at the corners. And somehow, Davis County runner got picked off from third in the 7th inning, and that really put a damper on the rally. That's hit the other way, but foul for strike 1. Bennett, his dad tells me, will be headed to William Penn University after the baseball year is over to start off the new school year. That's taken outside, 3-1. So 2 potential runs out there for Davis County, 2 outs in the inning. And the 3-1 coming to Bennett. Strike on the outside corner. That just shaved the black on the outside corner, and it runs to count full. Now the third baseman, Aschenbrenner, plays back with the full count. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4, and the bases are loaded. 2 walks in the inning, and a big chance here for
Trevor Slayton,
one of Davis County's best hitters, Trevor Slayton. Slayton has a couple of hits as well. Singled and scored in the first, hit an RBI single in the second, so 2 hits, an RBI run scored, and he tomahawks the first pitch foul for strike 1. Umpire was looking for the on-deck hitter to get that foul ball. Mentioned he doesn't look too kindly on the on-deck hitter not getting the foul ball for him. Hope he's not petty enough to let that affect his balls and strikes calls. Bases full of Mustangs, 2 outs, the 0-1. Swing and a miss. So Slayton now is going to have to battle. Key spot in the game, you can tell. Davis County can put some space in between themselves and the Comets, or Cardinal can get the last out and get out of this jam. That bounces past Bryant to the on-deck circle, and Smolik will score on the wild pitch to make it 8-4 Mustangs. Sometimes scoring runs is hard enough, and you'll take the free runs when they come about. And the wild pitch by Becker allows Smolik to score. 1-2 to count to Slayton, with runners now at second and third. Curveball lined into right field for a base hit. Scoring is Norman. Bennett comes around to score. Clark has trouble handling it in right, and Slayton takes second. Regardless, it is now 10-4 Mustangs. And a timeout called, and that should about do it for Landon Becker, as out comes head coach Rick Scott from the dugout.
Pretty darn good job for a freshman.
And that'll do it for the freshman right-hander. We'll take a break for a pitching change, and we'll see a new hurler for Cardinal when we come back on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Attention Southern Iowa, do you need a better night's sleep? Maybe it's time to get a new mattress. Dixon's Mattress Outlet in Bloomfield has the most competitive prices on new mattresses in all different sizes. Darren sells camper mattresses, commercial bedding, rollaways, special order sizes, bed frames, and mattress protectors. Call Darren today and he'll meet you at the warehouse. Dixon's Mattress Outlet, 641-664-3060. That's 664-3060.
If you've been looking to take your nursing career to the next level, William Penn University is ready to help. With the RN to BSN program, you could have your degree in as little as 17 months. You'll find individualized attention from professors that care about your success. William Penn wants to see each and every student succeed in their education and life. That's why our advisors work with you to provide affordable tuition. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Ryan Clark is the new pitcher for Cardinal, and he takes the mound in relief of Landon Becker, who ended up throwing 93 pitches, but finally got knocked out by the Mustangs here in the bottom of the 5th. It is 10-4 Davis County as they've broken things open here in the 5th. Smolik scored on a wild pitch. Slayton hit a 2-run single and gives him 3 RBI on the night. And that did it for Landon Becker. So Kay Thorpe will be the first to greet Ryan Clark to start things off. Runner at second, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th.
Hitting for the Mustangs, number 16, Cade Tharp.
Clark with a long look in, comes set, and comes home with the first pitch. Popped up, and that will get out of play behind us. I was kind of expecting it to thump the top of the press box here. Slayton takes his lead from second. Here comes the 0-1. Lined off the umpire in the field. That's in play. It's a single for Tharp, probably a bruise for the field umpire. And time will be called, and they'll check on the umpire in the field. Goodness gracious. That was hit on the screws by Tharp. And if it's going to hit you anywhere, you either wanted to hit you in the backside or in the back. And it looked like that got the field umpire square in the back. Hunter Bell comes into courtesy run for Tharp.
Now hitting for the Mustangs, number 2, Draven DeCry.
Last time DeCry was up, he hit what I thought was his first homer of the season. Turned out to be just a ground rule double. But he still has a good day. 2 hits, an RBI, and a run scored. He's 2 for 3. The hit by Tharp was Davis County's 13th of the night. So they've really broken out the bats today. DeCry swings, and it's a soft fly ball. That will drop for a base hit in right field. Slayton scores easily. Bell makes the turn and makes it to third to make it 11-4 Mustangs. Another RBI for Draven DeCry. He now has a 3-hit night. The inning continues.
Number 11, Clay Collier.
Clay Collier will be the 9th Mustang to bat this inning. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. And I mentioned, now 14 hits for the Mustangs. Collier has yet to get in on the action. He's 0 for 3, and he takes a strike. However, he does have an RBI, a run scored, and a stolen base, so he's made his contributions, but he would love to get a hit in this situation. The 0-1, inside, ball 1. Looking up and down the Davis County lineup, there are 5 Mustangs that have at least 2 hits, and there's a wild pitch coming in to score is Bell. Maybe he's safe as he slid under the tag to make it 12-4 Mustangs. Hunter Bell scores. DeCry takes second on the wild pitch. 2-1 is the count to Collier, and there's another man in scoring position for the Mustangs. But Davis County haven't had trouble getting that key hit over the last few games. This is a welcome sight, and that is deflected off the glove of the second baseman Hanemichael into center field, and scoring is DeCry to make it 13-4. We'll give Collier a hit and an RBI. And now the Mustangs have batted around
18, Caden Hill.
Here in the 5th. Caden Hill led things off here in the 5th with a ground out to short. Todd White comes out to talk to Caden Hill as well as the home plate umpire. Collier now coming back into the dugout, and the pinch runner will be Gavin McCall. So McCall comes in the pinch run. And now Hunter Bell, beg your pardon, Caden Hill will look for his 3rd hit of the night. Neither one of his 2 hits were hit particularly hard, but he gets credit for them regardless. That's in their first strike. And it always makes up for the ones that you hit on the screws, but ends up getting caught. It's baseball and things even out in the long run. The 0-1, swing and a miss. 0-2. Clark, who relieved Landon Becker with 2 outs here in the inning, has given up 3 straight hits. And he looks to retire the side here. A soft grounder to Ashenbrunner at 3rd. Sidearm throw is in time for the out. And the inning is over. But Davis County does score 6 runs in the inning to open things up. And at the end of 5, it's the Mustangs 13 and the Comets 4 on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Take summer by storm on a new Polaris. Right now, the world's best-selling off-road lineup is priced to move. Get more done with a hardworking Ranger. Chase adventure on a legendary Sportsman. Or live wide open in a high-performance RZR. Rebates up to $2,000 are available now during the Polaris Summer Sales Event.
Slayton Polaris. Stop in and see Tim or Dean today for a great deal on a new Polaris.
Hi, this is Chris Ledke, owner of Pulaski Lumber. I would like to personally invite you to see our updated inventory. We have a nice selection of tools, plumbing, flooring, tile, accessories, and as always, we can order in anything you might need. Josh is also available to offer you professional 3D drawings to design your new home, deck, or addition. We don't charge huge architect fees, but are confident you will be happy with our work. We look forward to meeting you at Pulaski Lumber, your start-to-finish lumberyard.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
New pitcher in the game for Davis County as we welcome you back to Bloomfield. It's Caleb Wagler as he comes in relief of Logan Hale. Head coach Todd White says that 79 pitches is enough for his senior right-hander. And Wagler comes in, and it's just a simple switch. Wagler will go to the mound to pitch, and Hale is now the new first baseman. Last time we saw Wagler was a week ago on Monday in the doubleheader versus EBF. So he hasn't pitched in a week. He should be fresh. Looks like we'll have a pinch hitter coming in for Cardinal. It's Morgan Roop. The line in the first pitch from Wagler is over but low for ball 1.
Batting for Cardinal, number 4, Morgan Root.
So Roop's first at bat of the game. The wind in the 1-0. Taken inside, 2 balls and no strikes. Wagler, as I mentioned, hasn't pitched since Davis County's first game against EBF. He went 4 innings, allowing 4 runs on 3 hits. He walked 4 in that start, striking out 3. The 2-0, swing and a foul. And now the count is 2-1. Wagler probably has the best stuff of any pitcher for Davis County, and that's saying something considering Trevor Slayton's on this team. He leads the team in strikeouts, but what you need to keep an eye on is the walks for Wagler. The 2-1. Right down Broadway, strike 2. He has that fastball that sneaks up on you, and then he has a pretty nasty breaking ball as well. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, and that will do it for the pinch hitter Roop for out number 1. Good start by Wagler here in the top of the 6th.
Now batting for the Comets, number 10, Landon Becker.
Landon Becker is looking for his first hit of the day. And that pitch is well outside for ball 1 from Wagler. 4 runs, 6 hits, 5 errors for Cardinal. 13 runs, 15 hits, and 2 errors for Davis County. The 1-0, fastball that's taken inside, 2 balls and no strikes. Wagler's pitches have so much movement. Sometimes I think that it's hard for him to harness that type of stuff that he has. He took a little bit off that pitch, but he left it high to make it 3-0. The 3-ball no-strike pitch is taken low for ball 4, and Becker walks for the 2nd time tonight.
Now batting for the Comets, number 9, Griffin Griner.
You figure with a doubleheader coming up tomorrow, a conference doubleheader, you pretty much can be assured that Trevor Slayton will pitch at least one of those games. Be interesting to see how far Todd White goes with Wagler. First pitch is swung on and missed. That was a pitch up by his eyes for strike 1. Griner has 2 hits on the day. He has an RBI, a run scored, and a stolen base. The 0-1 inside, 1-1. Okay, the umpire said 2-0, but then, yeah, he said, sorry, 1-1. Okay. The count is 1-1. And the next one coming from Wagler is cut on and missed, 1-2. Griner is at the plate. Ashenbrenner waits on deck for Cardinal. And the 1-2. Curveball bounces, and a good stop by Tharp to keep it at 2-2. Umpire had very little faith that Tharp was going to block that one, as he gave a little bit of an Olay action on that last pitch. The 2-2, swing and a miss. He struck him out. 2 strikeouts in an inning for Wagler.
Now batting number 13, Colby Aschenbrenner.
And here's Colby Aschenbrenner. So if Davis County can keep Cardinal off the board here in the top of the 6th, they can end the proceedings here with a run in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss. That's the thing. Once Wagler gets into a groove, he is hard to hit. The 0-1. That is a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-2. Wagler strike away from getting out of the 6th, and the pitch. Fastball well outside. 1-2. Wagler Jr. comes set at the top of the bump. Rocks and fires. A curveball that stays outside, evening the count at 2-2. Becker walked with 1 out, and he's been anchored at first ever since. 2 outs now in the inning, so 2 strikeouts sandwiched by that walk. The 2-2 pitch, fastball up and away, and now it's 3-2. Wagler had Aschenbrenner down 0-2, but now the count is full. So Becker will get a running start from first base on the pitch. Wagler comes to the plate and is fouled away. Wagler currently at 20 pitches. And in order for a player to come back with no rest, he has to be under 25, I believe. The payoff pitch, fouled away. So what Todd White does if Aschenbrenner reaches will definitely tell you what the role for Wagler will be in the near future. Payoff pitch, Aschenbrenner. Fouled away again. And we have ourselves a battle going on. 3 straight foul balls from Aschenbrenner with a full count. Wagler goes back to the rosin bag. You rarely see a high school pitcher go back to the rosin bag, but Wagler's done that a few times here. The 3-2, up and outside for ball 4, and Aschenbrenner walks. Second walk in the inning, so 2 strikeouts, 2 walks for Wagler. And that brings up the cleanup hitter, Blaine Bryant.
Now batting for the Comets, number 22, Blaine Bryant.
And you just keep on thinking about all the freshmen that are on Cardinals' team, and they're going to be a force to be reckoned with, not only next year, but in the coming years with all this youth that they have on their squad. There's a strike from Wagler on the swing and a miss by Bryant. Bryant so far 0 for 3, reached on an error, and he's grounded out twice. The 0-1, over but low, 1 ball and 1 strike. And here comes head coach Todd White. That'll do it for Wagler as he has reached his limit. 25 is the limit for a pitcher if he wants to come back the next day on no rest and pitch in the game. So Wagler got 2 strikeouts but was unable to get the 3rd, and he will exit this game. So we'll take a break for a pitching change when we come back, as Davis County has a 13-4 lead, looking to get the final out here in the 6th inning on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
The busy farming season is here, and Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go for all your seed and fertilizer needs. They're focused on one thing and one thing only, providing their customers with the best products and services to grow the best crops possible. Farmers, call them today for liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed. They also offer crop protection chemicals and custom application. See why other area farmers are turning to Bob Lawson and the staff at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Hi, this is Kendall with Citizens Mutual. It's a busy time of the year, so we want you to save as much time as possible. Whether you need internet, TV, or phone service, we can handle all of them for you. We also have a great selection of TVs ranging from 32 to 65 inch, as well as appliances. Stop in today, and remember, Citizens Mutual is owned and operated by its customers. So when you walk in the door, we don't just treat you like a customer, we treat you like you're the boss, because you are. We're looking forward to seeing you at Citizens Mutual, just off the square in Bloomfield.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
New pitcher in the game for Davis County is Trevor Slayton. And Davis County's best pitcher will look to get some work in. Here in the 6th inning, Mustangs lead at 13-4. And they have led throughout. Interestingly enough, coming into this game, Davis County did not have a lead for almost a week, as they led 1-0 against Keokuk after the top of the first, but the Chiefs tied things up right away in the bottom of the first. Keokuk had a 4-1 lead. Davis County tied it at 4, but Keokuk walked it off. And then Pekin led from start to finish in last night's game. So Trevor Slayton, who hasn't pitched since Monday's doubleheader against EBF, will look to get some work in. 1-1 is the count to Blaine Bryant with runners at first and second and 2 outs. Slayton with the nod, comes set, kicks and deals. Line drive into center field, that's a base hit. Norman comes up with it, throws home, and the bases will be loaded as Becker slams on the brakes at third. Good play by Norman, getting the ball in quickly. So a single for Bryant is his first in the game, his first hit of the game.
Batting for the Comets, number 5, Cameron Hanamichael.
And now Cameron Hanamichael with a golden opportunity here for the Comets to scratch across a run or two. There's a swing and a miss by Hanamichael. Cameron's 0 for 1. He struck out looking in the first and walked twice. Strike 2. Whatever point you want to get across, you better get it across quickly when Slayton's on the mound, because he works at warp speed. The 0-2, swing and a miss, and that'll do it for Cardinal. Slayton retires Hanamichael to end the inning, and Cardinal leaves the bases loaded. No runs on a hit, no errors. And at the end of 5.5, it's 13-4, Davis County on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Whether you are a player, cheerleader, or coach, your friends at Petrita Orthodontics are cheering for you. We are proud of the students in our area and are happy to support them in their school activities. We want to see you smile on and off the field. If you or your child are in need of orthodontic care, call us for a free no-obligation appointment. We have many different options available to help your child's bite and smile. Call us today at Petrita Orthodontics in Atomo and Oskaloosa. We look forward to making you smile.
Hi, I'm Karsten. And I'm Callie. And we are the Neeps Girls. We would like to personally invite you to our parents' new store on the south side of the square in Bloomfield. Stop in and have them make you a custom shirt, hat, banner, sign, or even your school mascot. They stay open late on Thursdays until 7. We hope to see you soon. Neeps Graphics, making you stand out.
Neebs Graphics on the south side of the Bloomfield Square. You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Davis County leads at 13-4 as we head into the bottom of the 6th. Great to have you with us on the Atomo Radio Sports Network. Corey Finch is our producer, along with yours truly, Ellis Kojo. And it will be Smolik, Hale, and Norman due up for Davis County, although it looks like Isaac Crane will bat for, looks like he'll bat for Hale. but it's been a game in which Davis County has broken out the bats.
First hitter up for the Mustangs, number 8, Noah Samolik.
They have 16 hits so far to knock in those 13 runs. Smolik will lead things off as some people in the background are celebrating 4th of July a bit early. Ryan Clark back on top of the bump, ready to start his first full inning of work, and he fires the first pitch low for ball 1. Smolik singled and scored his last time up. He also has an RBI single back in the 3rd. He's 2 for 3. The 1-0 hit the other way and foul to even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Davis County, as we mentioned, looking to break a 3-game losing streak. All on the road. The 1-1. Hit just foul over the first base bag. One and 2 to count now to Smolik. And it looks like Isaac Kramer is waiting on deck, and he'll bat for Logan Hale. Clark winds and deals. Fouled away. Smolik battling. 13-4 here in the bottom of the 6th, so if Davis County can scratch across another run, that will put an end to things. Another 1-2 coming from Clark. He reached for it, Smolik did. Dribbles it to second. Hanamichael with the flip to first for the out. And Smolik is retired. Isaac Kramer will bat for Logan Hale.
For the Mustangs, number 17, Isaac Kramer.
Kramer's first at bat of the game, and he swings and misses. One thing you know about Kramer, he is not bashful to let it fly. The 0-1. Low and outside, and that actually goes to the backstop to even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. The wind and the 1-1 from Clark. Swing and a miss. Garl Norman waits on deck. Base is empty, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. And the next one from Clark, a bit outside. And that evens the count at 2-2. Mustangs have 6 home runs on the season. This man at the plate has 1 of them. And the 2-2, Kramer looks at ball 3. Kramer accidentally brushed the catcher with the bat as he was getting prepared for the payoff pitch. Here it comes from Clark. Inside, ball 4, and Kramer draws a walk. Walks are brought to you by Slate and Polaris. Don't walk from field to field. Call Tim and Dean for the best deal on Polaris Rangers and ATVs, and enjoy a smooth ride to get those chores done. Runner at first, 1 out. Garl Norman is the batter. And he looks at a pitch low for ball 1. Norman 1 for 1. He singled and scored in the 2nd, hit a sacrifice fly in the 3rd, walked, stole a base, and scored in the 5th. The 1-0 popped up, short center field, and it is caught by a sprawling second baseman, Hanamichael. 2 outs. What a catch by Cameron Hanamichael. I thought for sure that was going to drop for a hit.
The Mustangs, number 12, Owen Bennett.
Hanamichael says not so fast. Back to the top of the order, Owen Bennett. He swings and fouls away the first pitch. Isaac Kramer's at first with 1 out. Mustangs up big on the Comets. The 0-1. Grounded up the middle. Hanamichael gloves and steps on second to end the inning. No runs, no hits, a walk, and a man left. And we'll head to the top of the 7th. Last chance coming up for Cardinal. They trail Davis County 13-4 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
John at Collision Corner knows that when you get in an accident and need some work done on your vehicle, you want the process to go smooth and easy. That's why Collision Corner is your best choice. John is a preferred body shop, which means he can work directly with your insurance company. He will handle the claim from start to finish. Collision Corner knows you need your car back as soon as possible, and they will also pick it up and deliver it to you for free. When you have an accident, call John and his team at Collision Corner in Bloomfield, and don't forget to like them on Facebook.
Keith's Foods in Bloomfield has been serving the Bloomfield area since 1969 with quality cut steaks, ripe seasonal produce, scrumptious bakery cakes and sweets, fresh dairy products, and of course, tasty smoked meats. We also have available hunting licenses, stamps, money orders, and gift cards too. Open till 9 p.m. every day. We pride ourselves in providing small town service in a big way while keeping up with trends and latest items across the country. Yes, Keith's Foods is your hometown grocery store and so much more. Keith's Foods, where we always take your groceries out to your car. Proud supporter of the Davis County Mustangs.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Davis County will look to finish things off here in the top of the 7th. Trevor Slayton will face Ridgeway, Ray, and Clark. And really, it's been all Davis County after the Mustangs scored 3 in the top of the 1st. Cardinal tied it up with 3 in the top of the 2nd. Actually, Davis County scored 3 in the bottom of the 1st, beg your pardon. Cardinal tied it up with 3 in the top of the 2nd, but Davis County scored 2 in the 2nd and 2 in the 3rd to regain control, and they have not looked back since.
Comets number 20, Brody Stone.
Brody Stone will be the pinch hitter for Ridgeway. Stone just a sophomore. The only sophomore actually on the roster. Slayton's first pitch is swung on and missed. And now the 0-1. Foul tipped into the glove of Tharp, 0-2. Looking at the size of Stone, and thinking about the other Comets, such as Ashton Brenner, Ray, even Hanamichael, the second baseman, what makes you wonder what they're feeding everybody out there in Eldon. The 0-2. Strike 3 called, and it is a quick good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Mr. Stone. 1 out.
Now batting for the Comets, number 29, Chance.
Chance Randolph will now bat for Jarrett Ray. And he looks at a strike. Slayton pretty much epitomizing what he is on the mound, and that is a quick worker and a strike thrower. The 0-1. That's another strike as it's fouled back quickly, 0-2. It's been a while. Actually, I've never seen in person. No, actually, I don't even want to jinx it. The 1 and the 0-2 from Slayton. Hit on the ground to Kramer at third, and the throw gets past Wagler, And Randolph had to scramble back to first as he took a turn to avoid the tag from Wagler. No, I did not jinx him. I was going to say, well, when Slayton had Randolph down 0-2, that Slayton was on his way for an immaculate inning, but I didn't say that. So that doesn't count as a jinx. Matt Strebe will bat for Ryan Clark.
Batting for the Comets, number 12, Matt Strebe.
Strebe, a freshman, and we have a courtesy runner coming in. That is Josh Courtney. So a pinch runner comes in for for Chance Randolph. Strebe at the plate, and he looks at ball one. We'll keep an eye on the pitch count for Slayton, as head coach Ty White most certainly doesn't want him to go over 25. 1-0 is fouled back. Currently, I have him at 12 pitches, so he has still some room to work with to get these final 2 outs of the game. The 1-1, swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes. To Matt Strebe. And there's a swing and a miss. And that will do it for Strebe, who goes down swinging for out number 2.
Now batting for the Comets, number 4, Morgan Root.
Morgan Roop will bat for the second time tonight. He replaced Dawson Lewis back in the 6th. He fouls that one away. That's probably the best plan against Slayton, is just if you see something good, you might as well hack even if it's the first pitch, because he gets you down 0-2, you're playing right into his hands. Slayton peeks to first, comes on with the 0-1. Hit in the air and foul, and Cardinal is down to their final strike. Runner at first, 2 outs. Here in the top of the 7th, Davis County up big on the Comets of Cardinal, while on their way to breaking their 3-game losing streak. The 0-2 pitch by Slayton. Strike 3 called, and that will do it. Slayton strikes out the side in the 7th as the Stangs win. The Stangs win. The Mustangs win it by the final score of 13-4.
Thank you all for joining us this evening. Please do your best to pick up the areas around
We
you.
will take a break and give you the totals of tonight's game as Davis County bounces back and defeats Cardinal 13-4. We'll be back for the post-game show, brought to you by Northside Insurance on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Take summer by storm on a new Polaris. Right now, the world's best-selling off-road lineup is priced to move. Get more done with a hardworking Ranger. Chase adventure on a legendary Sportsman. Or live wide open in a high-performance RZR. Rebates up to $2,000 are available now during the Polaris Summer Sales Event.
Slayton Polaris. Stop in and see Tim or Dean today for a great deal on a new Polaris.
Hi, this is Chris Ledke, owner of Pulaski Lumber. I would like to personally invite you to see our updated inventory. We have a nice selection of tools, plumbing, flooring, tile, accessories, and as always, we can order in anything you might need. Josh is also available to offer you professional 3D drawings to design your new home, deck, or addition. We don't charge huge architect fees, but are confident you will be happy with our work. We look forward to meeting you at Pulaski Lumber, your start-to-finish lumberyard.
The busy farming season is here, and Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go for all your seed and fertilizer needs. They're focused on one thing and one thing only, providing their customers with the best products and services to grow the best crops possible. Farmers call them today for liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed. They also offer crop protection chemicals and custom applications. See why other area farmers are turning to Bob Lawson and the staff at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Hi, this is Kendall with Citizens Mutual. It's a busy time of the year, so we want you to save as much time as possible. Whether you need internet, TV, or phone service, we can handle all of them for you. We also have a great selection of TVs ranging from 32 to 65 inch, as well as appliances. Stop in today, and remember, Citizens Mutual is owned and operated by its customers. So when you walk in the door, we don't just treat you like a customer, we treat you like you're the boss, because you are. We're looking forward to seeing you at Citizens Mutual, just off the square in Bloomfield.
Are you installing a new septic system? The man to call is Jody at Geotech Sand and Stone. They have state-certified septic sand, as well as top-quality black dirt, fill sand, and washed gravel for landscaping. They also have large rocks to add to your landscaping. Geotech Sand and Stone has very competitive prices. Stop out and get a load, or have one of their contractors haul it for you. Call Jody today for more information at 799-1235. That's 799-1235. Geotech Sand and Stone, 3 miles west of Eldon on River Road. Attention Southern Iowa, do you need a better night's sleep? Maybe it's time to get a new mattress. Dixon's Mattress Outlet in Bloomfield has the most competitive prices on new mattresses in all different sizes. Darren sells camper mattresses, commercial bedding, rollaways, special order sizes, bed frames, and mattress protectors. Call Darren today and he'll meet you at the warehouse. Dixon's Mattress Outlet, 641-664-3060. That's 664-3060.
This is Milo Wells, your pharmacist at Wells Hometown Drug in Bloomfield. When you need prescriptions, stop in and see me. If you aren't a current customer, we will help you fill out a new patient form, which takes less than 5 minutes. We have a lot of over-the-counter items and have vaccines. We are here 6 days a week and offer free delivery in Bloomfield and surrounding areas. I pride myself on professionalism and small-town customer service, and our pharmacy reflects those values. Stop in and see us at Wells Hometown Drug next to CarQuest in Bloomfield.
This is Lisa Bell. Hey, all you Davis County Mustang fans. The agents at Northside Insurance are just like you. We support the Mustangs too. We're proud to live in Bloomfield, where we help families like yours with auto, home, business, farm, and life insurance. Get the professional coaching you need to win at life. Give us a call at Northside Insurance in Bloomfield and Centerville today, 664-2362. And go Mustangs! Nationwide is on your side. Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio, subject to underwriting guidelines, review, and approval.
Go Mustangs!
Take summer by storm on a new Polaris. Right now, the world's best-selling off-road lineup is priced to move. Get more done with a hardworking Ranger. Chase adventure on a legendary Sportsman. Or live wide open in a high-performance Razor. Rebates up to $2,000 are available now during the Polaris Summer Sales Event.
Slayton Polaris. Stop in and see Tim or Dean today for a great deal on a new Polaris.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
All over from here in Bloomfield, where Davis County prevails over Cardinal by the final score of 13-4. You're listening to the Northside Insurance postgame show. Quote to claim your friends at Northside Insurance take care of you. Davis County with 13 runs on 15 hits, 3 errors, and 6 men left on base. Cardinal with 4 runs on 7 hits, 5 errors, and 11 men left on. Winning pitcher Logan Hale went 5 2/3 innings pitched, allowing 4 runs, all of them earned on 6 hits. He walked 5 and struck out 3. Losing pitcher is Landon Becker. He went 4 2/3, allowing 10 runs, 7 of them earned on 12 hits. He walked 4 and he struck out 2. Landon Becker's record drops to 3-1. Time of the game, 2 minutes. I do that all the time. Time of the game, 2 hours and 5 minutes here at the Davis County Fairgrounds as Davis County snaps their 3-game losing streak and get back on the winning track with a 13-4 victory. It was a case where Davis County jumped out in front right in the first inning after holding Cardinal off the board, and it was a key first inning by Hale, actually, as a couple of errors by Slayton and as well as a walk loaded the bases with just 1 out. But then Hale got Hannah Michael to strike out looking, and then Ridgway hit a bullet into right that was caught by the right fielder Bennett, which ended the inning. Davis County then scored 3 runs in the first inning, courtesy of 2 straight hits by Bennett and Slayton, an RBI single by DeCry, an RBI ground out by Collier, as well as an error helped out Davis County in that first inning. Cardinal answered back, however, with 3 runs in the top of the second to tie the score. And it was 4 hits in the inning as the first three reached via hit. Ray hit a double, Clark hit a single, and Lewis hit an RBI single. Griffin Griner added a RBI single, and Ashenburner hit a sacrifice fly to tie the score at 3. But Davis County bounced right back with 2 in the bottom of the second, as it was Trevor Slate with an RBI single and Kay Tharp with an RBI ground out. And that turned out to be the game-winning RBI punched in by Tharp with his RBI ground out. And then the Mustangs scored 2 more runs in the third inning, courtesy of RBI single by Smolek, and then a sacrifice fly by Norman. Cardinal answered with 1 run in the 5th to make it a 7-4 ball game, and it was an RBI ground out by Ray that drove in Hanamichael. But then Davis County broke things open with a 6-run 5th inning as they sent 10 men to the plate. 6 of them scored, and Davis County was able to pull away and prevail over Cardinal by the final score of 13-4. Player of the Game is brought to you by Neebs Graphics. Think of them first for all your custom-made shirts, hats, banners, and much more. Stop in and see Kylie today on the south side of the Bloomfield Square. When a team gets 15 hits, it's going to take a pretty good feat with the bat to stand out as the player of the game, but this man was able to do it. Draven DeCry was 3 for 4, 2 RBI, 2 runs scored, as well as a stolen base. So he had a well-rounded game and also played a pretty good defensive second base as well. So Draven DeCry is our Neebs Graphics player of the game. That's going to do it from here in Bloomfield. Once again, our final score, Davis County 13, Cardinal 4. The 3-game losing streak by the Mustangs has come to an end. They now improve to 12-9. Cardinal falls, and their record now is 12-7. We would like to thank you for making us a part of your Tuesday evening, and we'll be right back here with you from here at the Davis County Fairgrounds in Bloomfield, as the Mustangs will be hosting conference foe Sheridan in a doubleheader, and the first pitch is scheduled for 5:30 tomorrow afternoon. We look forward to having you join us then. In the meantime, for Corey Finch, our producer, this is Ellis Kojo saying so long from Bloomfield. You've been watching Davis County Baseball on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.